Is it the Colonel? No. Well, it's too early for Elvis. I said, doesn't matter who it is, they can't park. He said, well, you need to go tell them because I'm not going to do it. I said, what do you mean you're not going to do it? I'm not going to do it. So I said, what the hell? So I go out, and there's limousines parked just right by the overhead door, and I tap on the driver's, because it's hot today, I tap on the driver's window. He rolls it down and points to the back. So I go to the back, and the window comes down. It's Elizabeth Taylor. I'm thinking, oh my God, I have to tell her she can't come in? Because Elizabeth Taylor is an icon. And I said, Miss Taylor, I said, as much as I hate to tell you this, if I let you in, I would most likely lose my child. I was making up stories right and left. Okay, well, thank you very much. She was so cordial about it. She rolled up a window. They drove around to the front, walked in the front door. Now, can you imagine walking in a Coliseum right next to Elizabeth Taylor? You don't expect to see that happen. So let me tell a little story, not Elvis related, that goes with that. A few years later, I started managing a guy named Razzie Bailey, a country singer. So we're booked on the Silk Cut Festival in London. If y'all may know about that, there's a big country western series every year. We were on with Marty Robbins and Roy Orbison. So we go, and we had a day off, and it was Easter weekend, which is nothing's really open in London on Easter weekend. Elizabeth Taylor's performing in Little Foxes. We get tickets and go to the show. Well, after the show, the stars, when they go out the back door, normally stop and write autographs, sign autographs. Razzie, let's go get her autograph. Well, Razzie, you might want to go by yourself for that one. you might not want me with you. But life with an Elvis Presley show was never dull, never boring. It was fun. It was fun. I was blessed and honored to be a part of it, both from the Colonel's side and from Elvis's side. You could never be surprised at what may happen. The time that you see the famous picture of Elvis and Jerry Weintraub and everybody with Governor Wallace of Alabama, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know, you may or may not. How do you explain that to them? You know the picture I'm talking about. Yeah. How do you explain that they may or may not have seen that picture?
I don't know. What's the story you're going to tell?
I'm going to tell how it came to be.
Yeah. He's sitting in a wheelchair, right?
Yeah, because remember somebody tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Shot him and killed him, He was the governor of Alabama. So we're backstage, and it's almost time for Elvis to arrive, and the back door goes up, cops fly in, limousine comes in. I'm thinking it's Elvis. All of a sudden, some people get out of the limousine that I don't know, thinking, who the hell is this? Then they get the wheelchair out, and then I click a little bit, Then the head security guy comes over, this is Governor Wallace. I said, you got to get that car out of here. This is Governor Wallace, and we'll move it when we're ready. Well, excuse me. So they get out, and it's his wife and him and whatever his entourage is. And I just asked, please move the car as soon as possible, because Elvis is due any minute. So then I got to deal with, are they going to be backstage when Elvis comes in? Yep, they're not moving. And it's his city, his state, his building. Not a lot I can do about it. So Elvis's car comes in, he gets out, and thank God Weintraub was there with me. And they said, hey, they want a picture over here. And we went, yeah, that's fine. He was in a good mood that night, thank goodness. So I was behind the camera instead of in it. They said, you want to be in it? I said, I don't think so. I wished I had now, but that was one of the times Elvis really didn't mind. Another time in Washington, D.C., we were doing Elton John shows with the company that I worked for. So Elton came to the show, sitting right up close to the stage. Elvis comes in, we asked Elvis would he meet Elton for us, shake hands, and he said, no, I don't want to meet anybody. Oh, man. Because we had promised Elton he could meet Elvis, right? He said, I don't want to meet anybody tonight. Okay, well, so Tom Hewlett really he was like Bill Clinton. He could sell anybody anything. So he convinced Elvis to please let it, at least just shake hands and get him right out. So I went out to the audience and brought Elton back. And the hydraulic closers, when you open a door and there are hydraulic closers at the top? Went in, so I stayed outside. And I swear the door had just shut, and here's Elton right back out the door. And he wasn't in there 20 seconds. But he had a smile on his face. He got to say hello, meet him, shake his hand, and right out. But things like that happen. Elvis really didn't want anybody backstage, and I'm going to give you my only opinion, is that I know Elvis was very insecure before a show. Why? Man, I don't know, but every entertainer really is. Because all the concert shows you'll see is Joe rubbing his shoulders and whispering in his ear. I don't want to know what he whispered in his ear, but he's rubbing his shoulders to relax him. But the moment the lights go out, it's like you flip a light switch. Elvis is spot on. And the moment he walks on that stage, every flash camera and the whole thing's going off. Even the people that are so far back that he'll look like that. No disrespect, but I mean, arenas have seats away. And I don't think any other entertainer in the whole world will ever recreate those moments. Do you? I mean, it was almost electrical. So,